A new Canadian study is highlighting the impact food insecurity can have on children's mental health. It finds those living in food insecure homes are far more likely to access care for mental health or substance use disorders. Paige Parsons reports.
9-year-old Royal is making lunch. Today, it's watermelon and noodles. She lives with her 6-year-old sister, her grandma, and her mom. Money is tight, and she knows it.
I worry that there's not enough to eat and that how there's not enough to pay rent because the rent is it's really high.
Her grandmother says she has skipped paying bills and turned to food banks to ensure there's enough to eat.
To be honest with you, it's really difficult because sometimes the food, what I want them to eat, I can't afford it because the budget.
New research published in the Canadian Medical Association Journal found that kids who are food insecure, meaning they don't have access to affordable, healthy food, are dealing with health issues beyond hunger. They rely on the healthcare system to cope with mental health and substance use disorders 55% more than young people who have enough to eat, and end up in hospital 74% more than food-secure kids.
I think it's an indicator of living in a state of chronic stress where you're unsure whether even your most basic needs will be met.
The study relies on data that's more than a decade old. But Anderson says, if anything, inflation and challenges brought on by COVID have made the issue worse. According to another study, as of last year, nearly 1.8 million children across the 10 provinces were food insecure, a figure that was higher than the year before. This family physician says there's a clear first step in addressing child food insecurity.
Social assistance programs that are drastically underfunded right across the country. So I would absolutely recommend beefing up the amounts that we pay through social assistance programs to at least bring families up to the poverty line.
He says food insecurity amongst Canadian kids is an urgent issue that's continuing to grow. Paige Parsons, CBC News, Edmonton.